Here now to talk about the impact of the enrollment freeze is Ronan, an attorney with the Arizona Center for Law and the Public Interest, which attempted to stop the freeze in the courts.
Historically and currently have been very involved in public school financing issues. We do disability rights work as well as access to health care for vulnerable Arizona residents.
Attorney Ronan of the Center for Law and the Public Interest has been heavily involved as the plaintiff's attorney, and she joins me now.
I have primarily done the healthcare work. When I first came to the center, I was working under a grant that involved issues around long-term care. We were the last state in the country to take Medicaid money, and we developed a kind of experimental and forward-thinking long-term care system that basically spent most of the money keeping people in their homes as opposed to in institutions.
When she became involved in our case, really quickly, anyone from the state that was on our case, one, they knew who she was. And I even had one DDD worker that said, "You're really lucky that you have her on your side." We ultimately won.
You know, you sort of sometimes forget how important the work is because it happens and you do it every day. It feels very good. It feels good every single day.
Is there a way for you to explain to listeners just how significant it is that this settlement finally happened after all these years?
I'm not a big award person, but I do realize that it's important. I think it's important for the center, for sure, for the Center for Law and the Public Interest.
We just used the lawsuit and sort of, you know, the commitment to it to build a infrastructure for people living in the community with serious mental illness.
It's so nice to have that one person to call when you've already thrown your hands in the air and thought, I can't do anything else. There is a person to turn to that creates positive outcomes.
I mean, sometimes it feels good just listening to people and helping them understand that they're not by themselves in this fight, you know, so even before we get to success, it's very rewarding work.